And I know Patterson and Brad and David and Ben are thrilled to be here. So without further ado.
You guys ready? Come on, you guys ready?
Beloved Athens, Georgia, how are you doing? I'm so thrilled to be here. The thing you said about rerouting the tour to be here, that is very actually true. When he called me, I texted all the people that helped my band figure out all the shit we have to do, and it's like, okay, the 12th of December, whatever happens, it has to go around that, and here we are. And wouldn't have it any other way. And I put out a record earlier this year, a solo record, and I had some of the people on the stage went out, most of the people on the stage went out with me and toured behind that record, and we put it all back together today in a slightly different form to be here tonight and do this. I'm so excited to be here, and congratulations to NUÇI'S Space for 25 years of doing the most wonderful work in the world. This is a ghost story. Twilight in the fields and the rains came pouring down. I waited for your call and drove back into town. Blood red and golden leaves are falling to the ground. Cinematic wet streets reflect the clouds. And wait until morning and I will meet you there. Even when it's stormy, there's sunlight in your hair. I'll bask in your splendor and your scent upon the air. Past the forks of cypress, we walk through the trails, past the pond, don't fall the leaves. Where the panther's song is a reflection in my dreams. Watching us making love upon the cold hard ground. Buried in the red clay, threw my coat into the backseat and I drove into town. Past the forks of cypress, the road that wraps around. Bottomland and one-lane bridge before the new highway. New line built upon the ghost that paved the way. No one had better ask me, and I would never tell. Something so forbidden, carry it to hell, then burn it down there with me with the lips that speak profane. Love that burns as hot as my secret shame. Falls that lead to winters and to springs and summers green. The one that does me most fertilize the ground serene. Hazel eyes and blood beckoning to speak thy name. so weeping, ghosted on me still as my bones rest in the field. Past the forks of Cypress, past the forks of Cypress, past the forks of Cypress. This is a song off that record, as was that. This song is, the record's kind of a coming of age tale that basically takes me from being a little boy until about 3 weeks or so before my 30th birthday. And to put that in context, I turned 30 on March the 24th, 1994. And a week later, on April Fool's Day, 1994, I moved to Ruth Street in Athens, Georgia. And that's when my life began. That first 30 years was a bunch of shit I had to live through and deal with and put up with. It made me the person that I've tried to be ever since, that moved here and has had all these wonderful things happen to me. Because I love this fucking city, and I love it. I love NUÇI'S space. I love the Georgia Theater. I love the fucking 40 watt. And the hi-hat. I've got so many memories, so many friends. I'm so glad to be here. Now this song is one of the childhood songs, and I got to tell y'all a quick little story. And this song, I had this babysitter when I was little named Wendy Van Pelt, and she's in the Rolling Stones' "Gimme Shelter" movie. Have y'all seen that? Yeah, okay, you know, "Gimme Shelter." You know, they go to Altamont. Well, right before they went to Altamont, they went to Muscle Shoals, Alabama. This small little redneck Bible Belt town that I happened to live in as a little boy at the time, and they came and recorded at Muscle Shoals Sound Studio, which my dad was an owner of, and they were there for 3 days, and they recorded "Brown Sugar," "Wild Horses," and "You Gotta Move." Not bad for 3 days' work. They put out "Let It Bleed" the same week. And then the day after they recorded in Muscle Shoals, they got on an airplane and they flew to San Francisco and they played Altamont. But in that movie, right before they go and record "Wild Horses," they walk out of the Holiday Inn in Florence, Alabama, and they walk past this one young woman that's standing there hoping to meet the band. And that was my babysitter, Wendy Van Pelt. And she was awesome. She was a painter and an artist and a true bohemian, and she had great taste in music, and at a very young age she turned me on to some really cool music, and my parents became friends with her, and then they also became friends with her parents, because in a redneck Bible Belt town, the bohemians have to stick together. And so so the Van Pelts were part of my life growing up. And every Christmas Eve, they would have a great big Christmas party. It actually probably was like maybe 20 people. But I was a little kid, and I was the only kid there. So to me, it was this like huge party. And so at a young age, I watched like all these grown-ups get just completely plowed on Christmas Eve. And you know, this was the 70s, so no one really gave a shit what anyone was doing. So, you know, it was anything goes. So, you know, 2:30 in the morning, mom and dad are like driving home drunk as shit with me in the back seat, and then they put me to bed, and then they wrap the presents. It's Christmas, it's Santa Claus, and I wake up the next day and I'm opening presents, and it's like, man, mom and dad are really act like they're sick. Did they get the flu or something? But I was the only kid there, and so as I got older and we kept having that party, I started getting old enough to think, well, no one's paying any attention to what the fuck I'm doing. That punch looks delicious. Let's see what all that fun's about. And so by about 14, I was as drunk in the back seat as mom and dad was in the front seat. My parents hate this story. This song's called "The Van Pelt Party." Hey, Claire, is Claire here? So one of the greatest times of my whole life was I spent a month on the road with Hope for a Golden Summer. And the first show, it's like they started this line of banter during their set. And then we spent the whole month on tour. We went all the way around the country, up the East Coast, all the way across, up to Vancouver, down the West Coast, and then back all the way to Austin. And every night it would just pick up where it left off, and it would just continue. And by about Hollywood Forever Cemetery, they hit some plateau of fucking hilarity that's one of the funniest, most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. I love you, Claire. That's not even getting into how badass the music was, but you know that. I don't have to tell you that. So this song was my first attempt at writing a children's song. And I wrote it before I had any kids, and I think it shows. When they thaw out Uncle Disney kid songs. This is about when I was a kid. One of the joys of being a parent in the 21st century is every time your kids get a diagnosis, you learn something new about your own childhood and your own life. I mean, I grew up in Alabama in the 1970s in public schools. They didn't talk about ADHD. They sure the fuck didn't talk about autism or the autism spectrum and sensory processing disorder. That explained a whole fucking lot. But they didn't talk about it at Arlen Elementary School in 1972. But I was always an obsessive kid, and my first obsession was my dad's Beatle records, and then somewhere along the way it became Walt Disney's Pinocchio, and they re-released it to the theaters in the summer of 1971, and I was 7 years old. I just finished first grade, and I saw the preview with the whale and all that, and I was like, oh man, I want to see that movie over and over and over. And, nowadays, if your kids want to see a movie over and over, you can buy the Blu-ray or stream it, and they can watch it over and over and over. But in those days, for a kid to see a movie over and over, they had to talk some grown-up into taking them to see the movie over and over. And I had teenage parents. They were maybe good for once if it happened to be something they wanted to see. I saw Rosemary's Baby when I was 4. And I have this vivid memory of them making me hide behind the front seat on the floorboard, and they put blankets over me so they could get into the drive-in to go see Midnight Cowboy when I was 5. It was rated X. And Pinocchio, I think I got once out of them, but my grandmother and my great uncle took me to see it over and over and over, and I memorized the goddamn thing. And I used to act it out in my grandmama's backyard for the other kids in the neighborhood, and they hated it. So I learned at an early age all about bad reviews. This song's called Pinocchio. The neck is piling on, trying to learn which star to wish upon. Wish upon a star like Geppetto did, turn this block of wood into a well-formed kid, trying to figure out like a sad detective, pushing out thoughts like the brain's defective, from my ill-formed mouth, trying to see the light when the sun hides out, trying to see the light like a Rundgren song, standing in the darkness trying to sing along. Raise your voice to heaven so our friends will hear, pull a little closer just to come a little near. Always teaching, arms are long enough but they're always reaching for a line that can save my soul, spending my favors just to pay my toll, getting kind of old, searching for the truth like Pinocchio. It's a well of a tale with so many miles to go, but I get a little closer each day to my long-term goal. Trying to get a grip on my constant bitching. Heaven is a house with a modern kitchen. Heaven is the base of a slow news day. A closer look at someone with a lot to say. closer look at someone in the morning's light. Yellow sunglasses keep the mood just right. The devil's in the details, see us through. Till my blue fairy makes my wish come true. I've learned heaven on Pleasure Island, what to teach me love and keeping on smiling. Truth can hurt a lot, but light destroys. Deep inside of every man is a real life boy. Y'all all know Sweet Baby J, but just in case y'all don't know him, Sweet Baby J, Jay Gonzalez. And on this side of me, the fabulous Ben Hackett. Everybody knows Easy B, but just in case you don't, Easy B, Brad Morgan on the drums. And, of course, David Barbie on the bass guitar. This goes out to y'all right there, that trouble right there. This song's called Heathens. There's a fit about to get thrown. If we get the van out of the ditch before morning, ain't nobody gotta know about what I've done. And I never hear a single word you say when you tell me not to have my fun. It's the same old shit that I ain't gonna take off anyone. And I don't need to be forgiven by them people in the neighborhood. When we first hooked up, you looked me in the eye. You said, "Pa, we just ain't no good." We were heathens in their eyes at the time. I guess I'm just a heathen still. And I never have repented for the wrongs they say I've done what I feel. Was a difficult delivery. Now it's growing up and mean and strong. When you tell me that it's getting just a little bit tight, ain't the first time I've been outgrown. And I'm gonna push a little harder. She ain't left till the rods are thrown, and I'll walk away. And I don't need to be forsaken by you or anybody else. Garfield. My friend Ben sent me her EP a while back, and it kicked my ass. It was great, and I knew I was going to be doing this, and I needed some help on this song, and Julia was nice enough to agree to sing this with me. So thank you, Julia. This is a song I wrote about my high school sweetheart, and which was 40 years ago. But you know, you get older and you think back on those kind of things, and then you think, well, shit, I kind of sucked. I fucking sucked. And we dated for almost exactly a year. My senior year in high school, we broke up a week before graduation. It was terrible. And the breakup, and we didn't speak for about 10 years, and then we became friends, and we've been friends ever since. But somewhere along the way is like, anyway, a couple years ago, I wrote this song about it, about 40 years after it happened, and this song is called A Werewolf and a Girl. It was 40 years ago when you came back to town, picked me up at the trailways, and you kissed me on the mouth. Saw a movie set in London about a werewolf and a girl. Tattoo you was on my stereo.
You can do it if you feel like. I won't call out or complain. I'll just try to hold it just right, even if there is some pain. You can do it if you feel like. I might feel a little too, but I'm warning in the morning. But I'm warning in the morning. I'll be gone before you do.
I was coughing, I was crying and forlorn, but I wouldn't let that stop me. I was sad before I was born, and with that you started laughing, said it's really just in time, and you need to put it in me before I go and change my mind.
You can do it if you feel like. I won't call out or complain. I'll just try to hold it just right. Blame my sadness on the rain. You can do it if you feel like. I've been feeling itchy too. All alone in the moonlight. All alone in the moonlight. What's a broken girl to do?
tonight.